Welcome to the orientation for the NECA-IBEW Electrical Training Center. We're going to cover the apprenticeship programs that we offer and provide an overview of each program. We will go over the application process, what the minimum qualifications are, the application process, and how to present yourself as a competitive applicant. This is our website, found at nietc.org. There's a lot of good information on here, and we update it regularly. The location on this website that is most pertinent to you is this tab that says Applicants. You can click on the Apprenticeship Programs tab in the drop-down menu and find information about the three programs. There's also information about the application process and some valuable tips for preparing your application. Please be sure to check the Frequently Asked Questions page. This is a private, not-for-profit school. Two organizations fund our apprenticeship programs. NECA is the National Electrical Contractors Association, and the IBEW is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Our IBEW local is local number 48. Our apprentices receive full scholarships that cover tuition, books, online coursework, and their first set of hand tools. The IBEW has a proud tradition of lifting our communities and supporting solidarity among all workers. The NECA-IBEW Electrical Training Center seeks to provide equity in training and work opportunities, to foster environments which support dignity and justice for all, and to aid those who are targets of bullying, harassment, racism, and discrimination. We have a large geographical area. When you are an apprentice in our programs, you are obligating yourself to be willing and able to work anywhere in our jurisdiction. We recommend having a solid backup plan for potential attendance-related issues such as transportation, childcare, or elder care. There's a strong partnership between NECA and IBEW. NECA contractors agree to only hire IBEW Local 48 members, and IBEW Local 48 members agree to show up and wire any project in the jurisdiction. While much of our work is in the Portland and Vancouver area, we will expect you to travel anywhere our contractors have jobs. Sometimes longer drive times can be a difficult situation for apprentices and may cause some inconveniences. When you become a journey worker, you have more flexibility to choose your job location. As an apprentice, we do not allow you to decline work due to location. We have an affiliation with Mount Hood Community College. You become a student at the community college and will have access to their resources. Apprenticeship classes are completed at our training center in Northeast Portland, and all the classes you take here are also registered with Mount Hood at no cost to you. You can use the credits you earn through our apprenticeship toward an Associate of Applied Science degree. There are apprenticeship counselors at Mount Hood who will look at your academic history and work with you to determine if you need to complete any other courses to journey out with your associate degree. You do not need to complete your associate degree to work as an electrician. We train for 3 electrical licenses. Each program involves on-the-job training and classroom hours. Once accepted into the apprenticeship, we will place you with an electrical contractor for your on-the-job training, and you will attend classes at our training center on Airport Way in Portland. The Inside Electrician program takes most people 5 years to complete. The work involves commercial and industrial work. The license also covers limited energy and residential work. The program requires completion of 8,000 hours of on-the-job training and 10 terms of school. This program licenses you to do any electrical work on the customer side of the utility point of connection. Inside electricians can do all the wiring on that property. There's a broad variety of electrical work. This includes commercial buildings, hospitals, traffic signals, industrial facilities, residences, limited energy systems, and renewable energy systems. Most people complete the Limited Energy Technician program in 3.5 years. The program requires 6,000 on-the-job training hours and 7 terms of school. Limited energy techs work on low-voltage communication systems that are 100 volts or less. This can include fiber optics, voice and data, nurse call, controls, access control, fire alarm, and security. The limited residential program takes most people 2.5 years to complete. It requires 4,000 hours of on-the-job training and 5 terms of school. This license covers residences up to 3 stories above grade. This includes single or multifamily residences, apartments, hotels, and motels. You could wire new houses in a housing development or do service work on existing homes. The license covers all electrical systems within the home, the incoming service, lighting, receptacles, appliances, and any low-voltage communication systems. Advancement to Master Residential Electrician occurs automatically after working as a journey-level residential electrician for 1,000 hours. You will receive an increase in pay every 1,000 hours until you reach 4,000 hours and have earned Master Residential Electrician. Master Residential rate is approximately 33% above the journey-level rate. There is a path to upgrade your license to an inside electrician if you have completed a residential electrician apprenticeship. You will need to work 2 years as a journey-level limited residential electrician and complete 2 terms of school at your own cost at the training center. You need to go through the application process for the Inside Electrician program, qualify and apply, Aptitude Test, and interview. Upon acceptance, we will give you 4,000 hours of credit midway through the Inside program. You can find current apprentice and journey level wages for the 3 licenses on our website, NECA-IBEW.org. Wage progression is similar for all 3 programs. Apprentices receive a re-rate every 6 to 9 months unless they fall under academic or disciplinary probation. The Inside program starts apprentices at 40% of journey level rate. They get a 5 to 10% increase after every 1,000 to 1,500 hours of on-the-job training. The Limited Energy program is similar. Starts at 50% of journey level rate, with wage increases approximately every 750 hours. Limited Residential apprentices start at 55% of journey level rate, with a wage increase every 750 hours. Apprenticeships are unique compared to a regular job. You come in entry level and must progress through the program until you journey out. We will cancel you from the program if you are not advancing and progressing. Credit for prior experience may be granted if you have previous experience in an equivalent electrical apprenticeship. You may not necessarily get hour-for-hour credit. It is up to you to request a performance evaluation and review after you pass your aptitude test. Otherwise, your wages and class placement will be based upon assumption of 0 experience. We are a drug-free industry and you will be drug tested throughout your career. When you come into the program as a new apprentice, you will take a pre-employment drug test. If you fail that drug test, you are automatically canceled from the program. If you want to become an electrician, you will need to complete a drug treatment program and start over. We have random drug testing. This applies to the entire industry and is done on a random basis. If you fail a drug test within the first year of your apprenticeship, you are automatically canceled from the program. You will be drug tested if you are involved in an on-the-job accident or injury. This is industry-wide, very commonplace, and it is taken very seriously. There are no questions regarding felonies on the application or at the interview. We will run a background check once you are accepted so that we can determine your job assignment, as some customers require a security clearance. We use this information to make sure that you meet the customer's employability requirement. We do not share the information with anyone.
Application dates and the application are available on our website at NECA-IBEW.org/application. If you apply and qualify for the Inside or Limited Energy program, you will take an aptitude test the following month. If you pass the aptitude test, we will schedule you for an interview the month after that. We do not aptitude test for the Limited Residential Electrician program. If you apply and qualify for that program, you will move directly to the interview process. Your interview score will determine your ranking on the list of eligible candidates. As apprentice positions become available, we will pull from the ranked list beginning with number 1 in ascending order. These candidates form a new basic skills class. Each of our programs has a GPA or GED requirement and a math requirement. The requirements for Inside Electrician and Limited Energy Technician are identical. The Limited Residential Electrician program has different requirements. This slide explains the GPA requirements for the Inside and Limited Energy programs. GED requirements will be on the next slide. We require transcripts to verify graduation with a minimum cumulative 2.0 GPA from high school or an associate degree or higher. You can raise your GPA by taking college classes, and we suggest taking trade-related or math classes. This slide lists the qualifying GED score necessary for meeting the requirement for the inside and limited energy programs. There are several ways to meet the math requirement for the inside electrician and limited energy technician programs. Please note that only GED math tests taken after January 2014 can meet the math requirement. If you took your GED prior to 2014, you will need to meet the math requirement by using one of the other options. To qualify for the limited residential electrician program, you need to submit transcripts showing that you are a high school or college graduate or have a GED with one of the minimum scores listed here. These are the options for meeting the math requirement for the limited residential electrician program. A certificate of completion from the online tech math class will satisfy the math requirement for all programs, and it's a good review for the algebra section of the Aptitude Test. This class will help you build a firm foundation in math, which will help you succeed in our programs, which are heavily math-driven. The class starts off with whole numbers and is self-paced as it advances through algebra. The Electrical Training Alliance has a website called electricprep.com. This website offers courses to help prepare applicants. Check out some of their free courses, which provide insight into daily life in the industry.
Apply online at nietc.org/application. Once you begin the application process, you have 30 days to complete it before it expires. You will need a credit or debit card to pay the application fee. There is no fee for the limited residential program. You'll upload your transcripts and any other documentation that shows you meet the minimum program requirements. These need to be in PDF format. No other formats will be accepted. Low-income individuals may request a fee waiver prior to applying by emailing income documentation. The simplest way to do this is to provide a copy of your SNAP card. If you are applying in the summer months, please take into account that many schools are closed and you may need to contact the school district for your transcripts. You must meet all the requirements by the time your application expires. Your application will be closed if it is missing documentation, and you will need to reapply. If you have a foreign transcript, an accredited agency must translate and notarize it, and you will need to either take a math placement test, a college algebra class, or the tech math class. Please make sure your PDF files are clear and legible to avoid your application being closed. The Aptitude Test is only required for the inside electrician and the limited energy programs. You will receive a sample test along with your testing date, and there are links on our website to free online resources for practice. There are 2 sections, reading comprehension and algebra. You need to score at least 5 out of a 9-point scale. You need to pass both sections. Tests are scored off-site at a testing agency. The training center receives back only the score, not the tests themselves. That score is good for 2 years. If you fail, you must wait 3 months before you can reapply and retest. If you are applying for the limited residential program and have turned in a qualifying application, we will schedule your interview. If you are applying for the inside electrician or limited energy technician program, have turned in a qualifying application, and have received a qualifying score on the aptitude test, we will schedule your interview. You may bring portfolio items for the interview panel to consider. Your interview panel will comprise 4 to 10 members from NECA-IBEW 48 and the Training Center. They will review your math and science grades and any portfolio items you bring with you that document experience, education, and training. This is a competitive program. The application requirements are a minimum. The interview committee will assess additional attributes such as past trade experience and education. The interviewers will ask you a series of questions to assess your interest in and knowledge of the industry. Each interviewer will score you. The average of these scores determines your rank on the list of eligible candidates. If you would like experience and education to be assessed at your interview, we suggest bringing in a portfolio. Here are some suggestions of what to include. The committee is looking for individuals who will honor the NECA-IBEW Code of Excellence. They will consider your work experience. Is it related to construction? If your work history is not trade-related, were you an exemplary employee? Do you have long employment history with one employer? Have your employers written quality letters of recommendation? They will also consider hands-on hobbies or DIY projects or volunteer work with a construction-focused group like Habitat for Humanity. They will take note of your education and training such as trade-related classes or pre-apprenticeships. This is a scholarship program. We invest thousands of dollars in each of our apprentices. Our apprenticeship programs are rigorous, and we look for individuals who will commit to completing the program and upholding NECA-IBEW's reputation for quality and integrity. After your interview, we will merge you onto the existing ranked list of eligible candidates according to your interview score. You will receive an email informing you of your rank. We can take in up to 18 applicants when building a new apprentice class. We form classes in rank order, beginning with number 1. Everyone on the list will move up the list by the number of people taken off the list. So you will move up the list as we start new classes, and you will move down the list when we interview more applicants. You can check your current rank by logging into your account. You will remain on this list for 2 years, or until we reach your number on the ranked list, and we accept you into the apprenticeship, whichever comes first. You cannot reapply during that 2-year period. If you do not rank well, you may work on qualifying for a re-interview. Essentially, you improve your qualifications and return as a better candidate. This slide explains how to qualify for a re-interview. Complete a re-interview request form and attach your documentation. The Apprenticeship Committee will review your request. If accepted, we will place you in the next group of interviewees. If you have worked 1,000 hours in a trade-related field, we suggest bringing letters of recommendation and an updated resume. If you have no construction experience, gaining employment-related experience may be more beneficial than taking classes. The economy and the work picture are the primary predictors of when we start new classes. We try to provide at least 2 weeks' notice by phone call, email, or letter. Please inform us of any changes to your contact information. If you don't respond to our invitation, your application will be closed. You will attend a basic skills class, and then we will assign you to an employer in rank order when a job assignment becomes available. The basic skills class is 10 days long and is part of the application process. The interview committee assesses applicants by transcripts and experience. The training center further evaluates the applicant throughout basic skills class. The class involves training in safety, lifts, ladders, tool use, circuit wiring, conduit bending, electrical theory, and electrical code. We look for preparedness, punctuality and attendance, ability to pass the drug test, comprehension of the material, and the ability to perform the work of an electrical worker. We may remove applicants who do not meet these parameters. It is important to remember that there is no paid compensation for those 2 weeks, and it will most likely take 1 week to receive your first paycheck once your employment begins. There is a list of tools in our agreement with Local 48 that all apprentices and journey-level workers must have in their toolkit. We provide our apprentices with all the tools on this list so they can begin work without a financial burden. Contractors may not request an apprentice by name, and apprentices cannot solicit their own work. If you currently work for an electrical contractor as a material handler, we will make a courtesy call to the employer during your basic skills class to inquire if they would like to keep you on as an apprentice. If not, we will assign you to a different contractor.
You will work for 3 to 6 months before beginning apprenticeship classes. This allows you to build up work hours so your health benefits kick in. You will receive an email with the weekday we schedule you to attend class. You must notify your employer of your schedule once you receive that email. School is part of your apprenticeship, so you will report to school on that weekday instead of work. The contractors know and expect this. When you are in class, you will attend class 1 day a week and work the hours that your employer has available for the rest of the week. You do not get paid while you're in school, so budget planning is very important. A 32-hour work week is typical for the half year that apprentices attend school. Apprentices receive a $299 check for every term they complete, up to $598 a year to help ease the burden of missing wages. Apprentices typically work full-time. However, construction hours depend on a strong economy, and we cannot guarantee 40 hours of work a week. We instill in our apprentices the importance of building a savings account for times when the economy slows down. We count school hours as classroom-related instruction, not on-the-job training hours. Apprentices receive an automatic scholarship for tuition, books, and tools. We pay for your apprenticeship all the way through, and after you journey out, there is a year-for-year repayment contract. The contract states that once you journey out, you agree to work in the trade for a NECA contractor who pays into the training fund. You will do this for the same number of years of apprenticeship training that you received. Our contractors pay into the training fund for every hour worked by a journey-level worker. This is how our training fund stays funded. Every year you have worked for a contractor as a journey worker, you have repaid a year of your training. If you move to a different region after you graduate, you will comply with the scholarship loan agreement as long as you work for a NECA contractor who pays into that area's training fund. The 5-year Inside program is a 10-year commitment. The 3.5-year Limited Energy program is a 7-year commitment, and the 2.5-year Residential program is a 5-year commitment. If you leave NECA-IBEW before in-kind repayment is complete, we will require you to repay your unpaid scholarship amount, which is valued at $6,000 per year. Our intent is to train our future workers, not to sell tuition. Our goal is to support apprentices into journey level, who will then support NECA contractors and the IBEW, and become mentors to train the next round of apprentices. Apprentices attend 2 alternating terms of school each year. Terms are 10 or 11 weeks long. School is 1 day a week, so you will be in school for 21 days of the year. It is critical that you plan any vacations around your school schedule. We allow 1 excused absence from school per term, which is required to be made up. There is 1 makeup class scheduled each term with a $50 fee. You will fail the term if you have 2 absences. Apprentices complete a probationary period. For the Inside program, this is the first 2,000 hours of on-the-job training, or 1 calendar year, whichever comes first. For the Limited Energy program, this is the first 1,500 hours of on-the-job training, or 1 calendar year, whichever comes first. For the Residential program, this is the first 1,000 hours of on-the-job training, or 1 calendar year, whichever comes first. If you fail a class during your probationary period, we will cancel you from the program and you will need to reapply. If you fail a term after your probationary period, you will need to retake the class at your own expense, and it will postpone your next wage increase. If you fail 2 terms, it will cancel you from the program and you will need to reapply. You will have homework assignments, which will require anywhere from 2 to 10 hours of time per week, depending on the class and your aptitude. You will complete homework and online work progress reports online, so you will need reliable access to a computer and an internet connection. We have tutoring available for apprentices every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings, with the option to attend in person or online. If you experience internet or computer issues, you may use our computer lab during tutoring to complete your homework. Here are some suggestions for building a competitive portfolio that highlights work experience and aptitude. You can find more information on our website. Look for trade-related classes at local community colleges. Pre-apprenticeships are a great option, particularly if you lack industry knowledge or experience. The best way to get work experience is to work for an electrical contractor. Oregon and Washington do not allow you to do electrical work without a journey-level license or an apprentice card unless you are working on your own home. A material handler is an entry-level position. Material handlers deliver, haul, and sort materials and clean up job sites. These jobs are within our industry, and you would be working for an electrical contractor. A well-earned letter of recommendation from a contractor is valuable in the interview. Contact the IBEW Local 48 Union Hall for more information. If you can't find work in the electrical industry, try to find other trade-related experience. Look for work where you will use tools, work in all weather, and work hard. Those are important qualities and show that you are ready for the physically and mentally challenging work of an electrician. Networking in any industry is important. These groups are very active in the community and foster leadership within the membership of IBEW. All groups meet monthly and take part in volunteer work around the community. They welcome non-apprentices to help in many of their events. Check out the meeting calendar at IBEW48.com. Stay connected and see what's going on at the Training Center by following us on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to check out our answers to frequently asked questions at nietc.org/FAQ. Thanks for watching our orientation video.